Ahoy! Welcome into the Junk Drawer, part of the Cork Bats Podcast Network. Ken Griffey Jr. turned 52 years old yesterday. That doesn't make you feel old. I honestly don't know what to tell you.
He's no longer a kid.
That's right. Yeah, the kid is now a grown-ass man, almost a grandpa. Today is November 22nd, 2021. What is up, junkies? I'm Austin. That's AD. What's up, AD?
Happy early Thanksgiving to all of our listener.
All of them. All of him.
All of him. The one listener that we have. Yes.
We have a big show today. If AD's hair looks wet, it's because it's because he just showered right before. We're back. AD's
back to our old ways. Yes, he's back.
Showers are back. I can't believe it. It's for our early listeners, for the people that have been around for a while, about AD's pre-show showers. Well, they are back. Started back up today. He's coming to us live from Charleston, South Carolina.
The south of the border. Yeah. We were having our first early Thanksgiving tonight. So
wow, man,
celebrating a little bit early, making our rounds with the wife's family tonight.
See, and here I thought I was living pretty large with a 3-day work week, and you had a 0-day work week.
Oh no, I'm still working.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, look, dude.
Laptops can travel. Yeah.
The hustle never sleeps. The grind always continues.
Always.
Look, this is a podcast where we talk about literally anything and everything. And now that we live stream, you can interact. But unfortunately, only on YouTube and Facebook. Currently, our streaming platform service does not. We don't get the comments from Twitter, which sucks because I know that's
awful.
A majority of our watchers come from. But if you want to comment along, hop on over to our YouTube stream or Facebook. We can also stream on there as well.
Either one.
Also, while you're on our YouTube page, subscribe. Well, we surpassed 900 last week.
We got the 900.
We were a few away from 900. You helped push us past 900. Now the march to 1,000 is on. We're trying to get to 1,000 before 2021. Please, if you can, help us get there. That would be greatly appreciated. And since this is a podcast, I am legally required to tell you subscribe, rate, and review. So as you hear me, just go ahead. It takes literally takes 15 seconds. You just scroll to the bottom of the page. You're already logged into your podcast feed. So just leave a rating, leave a 5-star review. And then type in your review and you got it. So, AD, why don't you, let's go. We've got good, back, ugly. We've got some 3-for-3 picks and a Frank fact. As we stated on last week's episode, Bowdoin College, their football season has ended.
Yeah. So the updates are over.
Yeah. We have no more updates on here. The Corey Ball on our Facebook page says, great. Let's talk about my Buckeyes hanging 49 on MSU by halftime. Look, Buckeyes destroyed Sparty last week. They destroyed them. Ohio State's wide receivers, freakishly good. And really their whole team is freakishly good. And I think here you want a bold prediction for Ohio State?
Ohio State going to win it all?
No. Oh gosh, no. I've got nothing against Ohio State, but no, okay.
But
they're not going to win it all.
My said bold, that very quickly too.
Well, my bold prediction is just that they're going to be number 2 in tomorrow's standings. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Corey Ball on our Facebook page says natty.
Of course, Corey Ball would want a natty. Yes,
I'm sure Corey Ball's hopes will not be let down later on in the year. Look, and also I don't want to shout out my own Missouri Tigers, but AD, first of all, AD got me this hat, and shout out AD. Thank you for this hat, AD, again. But welcome. Also, we're getting coaches fired left and right. I don't know if you know this or not. Like, if you're on the hot seat, don't play the University of Missouri. Okay,
it's a dangerous team.
It is a dangerous team. If you're feeling that Bunsen burner warm, on your Tookus, don't go schedule in Mizzou. Because it will be the nail in the coffin for your career. Mizzou, again, got Dan Mullen fired over the weekend. They beat Florida on a 2-point conversion in overtime. Dan Mullen, next day, he's gone. He joins the elite fraternity. Derek Dooley, Derek Mason, Butch Jones, Brett Bielema, and then there's one other. Joker Phillips was fired like a week after losing to Mizzou. So does that still count?
We'll count it. We'll count it. So basically,
that counts.
Mizzou is that meme of the guys like carrying the casket, like
yes.
like this is them like coming in.
Right. That is Mizzou. That is Mizzou every Saturday late in the season. If you're on the hot seat, don't play Mizzou.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
All right, let's go ahead and let's get to some good back ugly after AD names a woman.
Oh my goodness.
We literally do this every week now. Like, how do you not come prepared with a woman?
I'm going to go with my sister-in-law, Bella Mitlow.
All right. So there are 7 billion people on the planet, over half of which are women. And actually, no, close to 8 billion people on the planet. And
I still struggle.
It took you that long to come up with a woman.
You've been switching back and forth from name a song and woman. It's really thrown me off because I had a song in my head and now it's gone. So
okay, well then quick, name it.
Well, I can't remember it anymore.
Oh, come on. AD.
No. It's White Christmas because it's already Christmas and we started watching it last night. So White Christmas.
Wow. Started watching Christmas movies before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow. Christmas has started. Yeah.
Are you looking to get canceled, bro? I'm not saying that's problematic, but
please don't.
It could be viewed as problematic by some. Wow. Well, Thanksgiving gets no love from AD. All right. Let's get to good back ugly. AD, as we do, start us off.
Well, so we had some football games this weekend, and we all know my disdain for one Cameron Newton.
Yes. You hate Cam Newton. I wish someone loved me as much as you hate Cam Newton.
I know, right? But so what's better than, obviously they lost yesterday. The Panthers lost. Cam Newton's return to Carolina. Actually, I think it was his first game back. But it was the reason it's my good is because our guy Taylor Heinicke was his backup for a year in Carolina, and he went into Carolina, him and Riverboat Ron, and beat Cam Newton. And just, I think people are sleeping on this football team. Like they could very easily win the NFC East. I guess maybe not very easily. There are the Cowboys still, but I enjoy seeing underdogs, sort of. A guy that didn't you say last week that Taylor Heinicke was a member of the Battlehawks?
He was St. Louis Battlehawk, not a starter, but a backup on the Battlehawks.
Okay, I think that says a lot right there. He was a backup in 2018. Went his way probably through the system. Probably was on practice squads for a little bit. Ends up on an XFL team, and now this year he's beating, Tom Brady. Like who's next for this guy? I mean, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I think Cork Bats, we as a blog fell in love with Taylor Heinicke in the wild card round of the playoffs last year.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When he went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady, the world's greatest, and nearly dethroned Tom Brady, which I don't know if you know this or not. Tom Brady, 42 years old, or at least he was.
People, he was then, yes.
Or
but
no,
now
he was 43. Now he's 44. Yeah, he was 43 then.
He's
now he's 44.
Now. People don't talk about that. Really.
People don't talk about it enough. And Taylor Heinicke, the guy who he replaced as starter, Ryan Fitzpatrick, went to Harvard. Yeah.
That's a pretty star-studded team there. So
probably some facts you'll only hear first here on the Drunk Drawer. So Taylor Heinicke is your good of the week?
He's my good of the week. He had 3 touchdowns. I think it was pretty close to a perfect quarterback rating, but I mean, played an excellent game. I mean, the dude is just balling out,
and he's fun to watch too. Like that's like he's like a spark plug. He's like a taller Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He is, and younger too, of course,
and younger,
and less beard
and less hairy. Yes,
yes,
yeah. No, that's a good point. It's a good thing to point out.
But still, it is very fun to watch, and I enjoy seeing underdogs succeed. So it's I respect the hell out of it, and I love watching it. So my hat's off to you, Taylor.
Hey, good stuff. I look, I'm all in on Taylor Heinicke. I love Taylor Heinicke, and I low key, like, I've got a lot of respect for the Washington football team. I think they're
Me
gonna
too.
I think they're gonna create some damage. If they can sneak into the playoffs, I think they're gonna make some noise. You heard it here first. If they don't make some noise, we'll all forget this, and I won't be held liable. So I'm just gonna say right here,
no one's even gonna talk about it.
Right. I think the Washington football team makes some noise.
But especially losing Chase Young for the year a couple weeks ago too. So like,
yeah,
I mean, I think they, that's sometimes teams can rally around an injury like that and actually, perform better. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. All right, AD. For my good of the week. AD, I'm gonna bring up an entire sport for my good of the week. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is my back of the week.
Oh no, it's not.
No, okay.
I know what your back of the week is. In fact, I said it before the podcast when we were prepping.
You did.
I said I have a feeling that you and I have the same back of the week.
Yes.
Hang on one second, just tweeting this out real quick. All right, so my back of the week, or my good of the week, excuse me, is a sport. I want to bring up a sport. A lot of people think this sport is fake. Okay. You've got the ridiculous costumes, the over-the-top characters. You've got the dramatic storylines.
The storylines, especially.
Right. You've got the fighting. You can't forget the fighting. And sometimes the fighting that actually makes guys bleed. You've got the blood running down faces. There's just so much about this sport that makes people think it's fake. And of course, I'm talking about the NBA. All right. AD, my question to you is, has the NBA surpassed the WWE in storylines so entertaining it has to be fake?
I mean, people are asking.
People are asking, AD. I'm sitting here like I'm the guy in the bleachers, in the back row of the bleachers, when people start talking about the NBA, and I'm just like, it's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah, I believe still.
So of course, I mean, there's just so much going on. But yesterday's, I believe it was yesterday, wasn't it? The Lakers Pistons game.
It was yesterday. Yeah.
LeBron James, of all people, gets in pretty much like a brawl. So obviously we all know about the Malice in the Palace. This took place at Little Caesars Arena. So I believe they're calling it the Malice in the Pizza Palace. And look at Isaiah Stewart. My dude is bleeding from the face, like just all over. He took a cheap shot elbow from LeBron, and then
who is Isaiah Stewart? First of all,
who is he? Well,
to come at the king like this,
right? I know, just trying to make it his name. You come at the king, you best not miss, and clearly by the looks of his face, he missed. Look at that face, dude. He's like, and look, it doesn't take much.
It looks like he was in a battle.
I know it does. It looks a lot worse than what it really was. It doesn't take much to bleed on your face. You take one elbow to the eyebrow up there and it can start gushing out blood easily. But then look, he goes back for second round, goes back for second helping. Look, this is a dude on Thanksgiving week going back for second helping before anyone else. And I actually low-key respect it, because when you at Thanksgiving dinner, the important thing to remember is you want to be the first one for seconds. You want to be the first one going back for seconds. And sure enough, Isaiah Stewart was the very first one on Sunday to go back for seconds. Love it. Respect it. I just love that the NBA just continues to give us such great drama. It is phenomenal.
It's pure entertainment, really. And, back to being the first in line for seconds, I think he's making a good move here because there is always that one dish, that might not be very big, but is very popular.
Right.
That like everyone wants some. And, by the time everyone goes around, there could only be a little bit left, 4 seconds. So the fact that he was there first, I respect that. I do.
Yeah, he looks like he's got cranberry sauce all over his face right there.
Like he just stuck his face in the cranberry Jello mold. And
yeah. And then look, it just takes off running back into the locker. I'm just glad nobody during this whole ordeal threw a beer at Ron Artest, because then we know, then it would have spilled out into the
into the stands.
Into the stands.
Or maybe he was just running to the bathroom because he ate his seconds that quickly that it went right through him and he had to get to the bathroom. So maybe that's why he sprinted off the court like that.
Well, that's true. Look, when you go back for seconds on Thanksgiving, you're usually the first one in line in the bathroom.
You're stuffed. Like it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah. So the NBA is my good of the week. Also, nice. While I'm talking about the NBA, I gotta share this too. This is Kyle Kuzma, and I don't know if this is from tonight or if this is from last night. But this is Kyle Kuzma's fit. Obviously, we know fashion is a big part of the NBA.
Did you Photoshop this?
I did not. Now, for those that are here because of the Jason Kidd collar, no, we did not Photoshop this. We did not Photoshop this, but that is real life. That is ex-girlfriend wearing her boyfriend's sweater.
It is, but like oversized. Like that's not even like a boyfriend sweater. That's like way oversized sweater.
Yeah, it really is.
Unless your boyfriend was like 700 pounds, then maybe that sweater would fit him.
This is like Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson's hoodie right here. That's what that is.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh man. That's
incredible. Thank you for sharing that, because
I just want to know, like, first of all, what size is that? Because Kyle Kuzma is a big dude.
Yeah,
like Kyle Kuzma probably already wears an XL, maybe double XL. What size is that?
Like you have to shop at Big and Tall. I mean, I think that's probably where it came from, right?
He already shops at Big and Tall. That's what I'm saying. He's in the NBA. He already shops at Big and Tall. He shops at Bigger and Taller to get that sweater. And they're probably looking at him in that store like, dude, are you sure you want to buy this? And he's probably like, it's for a friend.
You can't even say it's like for my little sister or something. That doesn't even make sense.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, but thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. That's so the NBA just as a whole, my good of the week. It never disappoints in storylines. Oh, also, I've got one more good of the week. Sorry. I don't mean to be hogging up the good time.
That's all right.
But this play, I don't know if you saw this play, AD.
From what game?
The Cincinnati Bengals Raiders game. I don't know if you watched any of that game, but they ran.
I saw it briefly. Yeah, I didn't see much of it.
They ran a play that was like, it was wild. It's a flea flicker, but a fake flea flicker. You got to be careful when you say that.
Yeah.
It's Joe Mixon. He gets the handoff. He turns around to toss it back to Joe Burrow like a flea flicker. Jeez. And
it actually worked.
It did work.
There's no way that should have worked. There's no way that should have worked. Look at all three of these defensive linemen turn their backs and look at Joe Burrow.
Right? Isn't that incredible?
There was at least 3 people that turned around and looked at Joe Burrow for the ball. and the fact that both Joe Mixon and Joe Burrow have the same first name, I just love that.
There's just a couple of Joes in the back.
Just a couple average Joes.
Not enough people talk about how many Joes the Bengals have. Do the Bengals lead the NFL in Joes in their backfield?
I mean, undisputedly, I think. Wow, the fake flea flicker. So, I mean, honestly, we have seen it all. You could pretty much say that we have seen it all.
We have seen it all this year.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think we both know what our back of the week is, right? It's a sport. It is back.
It is. It is.
A sport is back. Did I think it was going to come back? No. Did I, or at least in the next 5 years? No, I did not think it was going to come back.
I honestly, I didn't think it was going to ever come back.
Like ever. It is absolutely mind blowing to me. And we are talking about the United States Football League.
Let's go. Let's
FL
go. Air horns
is back. And I mean, I'm ecstatic about it. I don't know about you. I don't know if you saw the teams.
Look, if there's one thing Cork Bats thrives in, it's like secondary football leagues. I mean, think about it. The XFL, we went all in on the XFL. The fan-controlled football league, we went all in on fan-controlled.
And that's one that I forgot about too. What about the AAF?
The
American
AAF,
Alliance of Football.
Cork Bats was kind of wasn't quite back yet when the AAF was around, but we were, we would have been all in on the AAF.
But we loved it though. Yeah, right. We loved it. So, and just the locations of these teams just cracks me up. Like, so let's go through some of these here. So
okay.
Obviously we have the Pittsburgh Maulers, which I am pumped about because I've seen like so much like old merchandise, old hats with the Mauler, like t-shirts with the Maulers all over it. And I'm regretting it now that I didn't invest because those things could be worth
now that they're coming back.
Now that it's real again.
Yeah. Cause you are from Pittsburgh and that's where you reside. Massive Steelers honk. And now and all of these teams, correct me if I'm wrong, but all of these teams were original USFL teams, correct?
Yeah. This is like a reboot almost.
Yeah. Like a reboot. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the USFL, the Pittsburgh Maulers are back and same colors and everything, right?
Same colors. And I was looking around on Twitter because you can see on the right here, they made all the new Twitters for all the teams, and a lot of comments. Whenever the Pittsburgh Maulers posted their first post with the logo and everything, a lot of comments were like, "How can you be a team in Pittsburgh and not be black and gold?"
That is true. But
this is the original one, and I saw someone else like Photoshop it to be black and gold. They're like, "Oh, fixed it," and it's just like, come on, like,
right?
Let's let this team be different.
Well, right, and it's not like this is like rehashing. This is bringing life back to something that's been dead. It's not a brand new team.
No,
it's an old team revived. So it's like you can't expect them to just change up their ways, especially when every other team in the league is going with their. Like they're the old logos, but they're slightly updated.
Slightly, like they added like the grading in the background or something.
Yeah, right.
But it just, and the fact that there's two teams in Pennsylvania, so like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh have a team, and then we moved to Tampa Bay for some reason, and and then New Orleans. Let's bring them into it too, and. You gotta get that New Jersey, New York market. So
right.
We're gonna have the Generals,
the New Jersey Generals. Yep.
And then
you got to go fourth largest market, Houston. Got to get the Gamblers in there.
You got to get Texas in there, and plus I love that name, the Gamblers. That is amazing,
and it's a very Texas name. It just
Gamblers,
Ramblers.
Yes.
Shamblers probably wouldn't be a great mascot, but it just sounds right for Texas.
It could work.
Anything that rhymes with Ambler, I would say, fits the Texas market perfectly.
And then we have the Michigan Panthers, of course.
That's so discreet, just being the Michigan Panthers. Like what other market in Michigan are you going to be outside of Detroit?
Yeah, right. Yes, yeah.
Like, what are you going to be, the Upper Peninsula?
Yeah, and they had to stay with a cat too. Like, the Lions, the Panthers.
That's true. Yeah.
But here's where you lose me though, and I guess it's a big market, at least for football. But like Birmingham, really,
and you see
Alabama.
This is when you're trying to rope in that college market,
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Birmingham's right in between Alabama, or right in between Tuscaloosa and Auburn. You got to get, you got to bring in, and Birmingham, home of the Samford Bulldogs.
Oh, okay. That's where Duck Hodges went.
That is where Duck Hodges went.
Duck
and
Hodges, yeah.
Samford, the Samford Bulldogs, who nearly pulled off the upset against Florida.
That's
unlike
right.
my Missouri Tigers did, who actually did pull it off.
Yeah, true.
But
Speaking
yeah,
of
no,
Duck Hodges, he'll probably be playing for the Stallions. Hometown kid. I mean, I could see it. He's in the Canadian Football League now, so I mean, it's only.
Should we start it now? Bring Duck home. Bring Duck home.
Ducks fly south for the
Ducks fly south for the spring. Yeah,
spring.
Yeah, because this league is officially starting April of 2020. In mid-April. Mid-April of 2020. It's going to be primarily on Saturday and Sundays, with a few games on Fridays and Mondays.
It's all over the place. Then
Fox owns the league. I know
it's all but like 3 days.
They're like all the games are on Saturday and Sunday. But then some on
no
Monday, some on Friday. We may scatter one in on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
There's no games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's all you need to know.
If we're lucky, maybe a Thursday. The crazy thing about this sport, the craziest thing about the USFL. So you've got all of these different markets: the Michigan Panthers, the Birmingham Stallions, the New Jersey Generals, the Houston Gamblers, the the Philadelphia Stars, New Orleans Breakers, the Tampa Bay Bandits, and the Pittsburgh Maulers. But every single game will be played in Birmingham.
Is that right?
Every team is playing in one city. So why are they from the different markets? That's what I don't understand. Are they pulling in talent from those cities, or?
Well, that's what the AAF did too, because they played all their games in one location. But that also explains why they're on different days, because they're probably using one stadium for all the games. So.
Yeah, right. They're playing in one location. So it's like, first of all, better be AstroTurf, because that grass will be torn up. Second, why do we have the different city? Why do we have the different markets if they're all playing in one? Like, who's going to have home field advantage other than the Birmingham Stallions for every game?
It's like, you're going to go to the airport, to travel down to Birmingham, and you're going to see a bunch of Maulers fans. You're all going to be in the same flight down from Pittsburgh.
Right. Well, and the Birmingham Stallions are going to have home field advantage for games they're not even playing in.
You're going to see like Stallions fans in the stands. They're like, "Oh, we're just stayed here from the last game."
Right?
Like they're not going anywhere. It's like sticking around a movie theater, like to watch the next movie. Like,
yeah, right.
They're just going to stay in the stands.
Which, speaking of, I saw Ghostbusters over the weekend.
Yeah, was it good?
It was awesome. It did what very few sequels can do. They lived up to the originals, and it kept the score consistent. Like, the music was very consistent with the originals, which was awesome. The feeling, the storyline and the writing felt very similar. And then, but then also on top of that, if you go and see Ghostbusters in theaters, wait until after the credits, all the way after the credits. Okay. Just trust me on this. Trust me when I say stay.
So did you do that on purpose? Did you stay until the end because you knew?
Here's a life hack.
Did you know, or you just did that?
I didn't know until right after the movie. Here's a life hack for you, AD. After every movie that you see, okay?
Mm-hmm.
After every movie, whip out your phone right when the credits start rolling. Whip out your phone and Google the movie and after credits.
After credits. Okay.
After credits. And there's a website. So, there's actually a couple of websites, but there's one website that's literally called What's After the Credits. And it will tell you a movie that's in theaters right now if there's anything during or anything after the credits. And for both Ghostbusters, it's yes and yes. There's something during the credits and there's something after the credits. So stay.
Oh, well, if there's something during the credits, so like your attention is still kept, I guess.
Not exactly, because there were a lot of people that left. There were a lot of people that left before the during the credits scene, and then even more that left after that scene and didn't stay till the after credit scene. There were a lot of people that missed out on it. I feel bad for those people, but it is,
that sucks
and it's
for them.
pivotal. It's pivotal. So
does it like set it up? Don't ruin it. But
I'm not going to ruin it. No spoilers.
Don't ruin it. Yeah,
no spoilers. All right.
So that was our back. That was both our backs of the week, right? Or do you have another back of the week?
I've got a back. Okay.
All right.
I
didn't mean to speak for you there.
All right. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. My back of the week. AD, you're doing it tonight. Most of us are waiting until Thursday. It's back. Thanksgiving is back. Let's go. Air horns again. Pew, 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 pew. Thanksgiving.
Wait. Before we go, what's your favorite dish at Thanksgiving? What do you go to? What is your all-time, your holy grail of Thanksgiving dishes?
Now, I want to say mashed potatoes, but mashed potatoes to me,
it's easy.
That's a year-round meal right there.
Yeah.
That's the Bo Jackson. It's playing both in the fall, but it's also playing in the spring in baseball, spring and summer.
Or NFL, USFL. I mean,
that's right. Yeah, another great USFL reference. Perfect. So mashed potatoes are my Bo Jackson. It will do everything for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Until it gets injured earlier on in his career. But my Thanksgiving number one, since mashed potatoes are always there for me, I'm going stuffing. Give me the stuffing, because that is a meal. You will not have stuffing in mid-March. You will not have stuffing in the middle of the summer. Mashed potatoes, you can have it any meal. Anytime you have steak, you're having potatoes.
Yeah,
stuffing,
that's a good point.
Nobody's ordering, nor is anyone selling stuffing in June. So I got to go stuffing just because it's the one time of the year you can get it.
Well, I probably shouldn't be broadcasting this over the airways, but I had an idea last week that I said to my wife, Brittany. I was like, has anyone ever tried to open up a restaurant that serves Thanksgiving food year round? And wait. It's called Turkey Time.
Wait, hold on. Hang on. Hang on. If we're opening up a Thanksgiving restaurant, a year-round Thanksgiving restaurant.
Yeah, it's Turkey Time.
Look, I love you. I love you so much. I think you're very creative and you're very funny. But we can do better than Turkey Time.
I mean, because it's always Turkey Time at Turkey Time.
No, you got no, like extra stuffing would be a better name.
Okay, all right, fine.
I don't know.
I just come up with something better. Maybe we can work on the name.
Let's workshop that title a little bit more. Let's workshop that title.
But would you? How many times a year would you, patronize that?
At least once a month. At least
once a month.
Once a month. Yeah. Because
I'm picturing like a Friday night that you don't even really want to do anything. Like, let's just pick up some takeout.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you get it to go,
and because Thanksgiving, anytime you go to your parents' house, you're getting things to go, right? Like you're taking home stuff with you, like. So I mean, it's already got that feeling, that vibe, like.
Thanksgiving leftovers are just as good as that Thanksgiving food hot.
Sometimes better.
In fact, here we go at our store, it's turkey time or extra stuffing, no matter what the hell we call it. When you get food to go, we don't heat it up. You get it cold. So that way it tastes like actual Thanksgiving leftovers.
You're getting everything.
All
the notes right there.
Damn, dude. I hope nobody's watching.
Should we delete this? Yeah, I think we should probably delete that.
Guys, if you steal our idea, we will sue. You will hear from our lawyers.
I'm gonna register a trademark now for Turkey Time.
But
I think that would be a good idea for restaurants. So if you could make that happen, anyone out there, I would come. And
if anyone's in the restaurant business, hey, hit us up.
Yeah.
You know where to reach us at Cork Bouts on all socials except for Instagram, where we're Cork Bouts too, because of Dana White. All right.
I just go ahead. Yeah.
I tweeted it out. And I haven't even paid it off yet. Okay, so I am here for in honor of Thanksgiving. I've got a top 5 list. My top 5 turkeys. Okay. You ready for this? It's obviously turkey is the meal of choice when it comes to Thanksgiving. I am going to hit you with my top 5 turkeys. All right, you ready, AD? Starting off at number 5.
Number 5.
Can you give me a little drum roll?
Yeah, let me give you a little. Wait, oh. No, never mind. I can't do it that quickly.
All right, that's good. That's good. Number 5, turkey neck. Look, turkey neck. This is why it's the last place on my power ranking of turkeys. Nobody likes a turkey neck. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. The people with the little dangling stuff in their neck.
Yes.
Clearly, like they need to see a cosmetic surgeon because it's not doing them any favors. It's a rough look when they shake their head. No, it jiggles back and forth. Turkey neck, it's rough. Okay,
might be a couple NFL coaches that have.
There might be a couple.
There might be. We won't name
might
names.
There definitely is.
Yeah.
Number 4.
I almost forgot.
There we go. Number 4, the turkey, the country. I've never been, so apologies to all of our listeners and watchers in Turkey, but I don't think that your country's probably good enough to earn better than a number 4 ranking. And look, if you feel upset, look, at least you're ranked higher than Cincinnati.
True. But and if you feel upset about it, leave it in the comments. Let's sound off in the comments.
Yeah, where are all our turkey listeners at? Stand up for your country, and maybe maybe we'll bump you up in next year's power rankings of turkeys. Okay. All right, AD. Number 3, turkey bowl. Huh? We've all played in a turkey bowl. There's nothing better than a turkey. Well, there's according to these rankings, there's 2 things better, but there's few things better than a turkey bowl. All right, the turkey bowl oh man, dude, you have to put on clothes that like might get ripped or will probably get dirty.
Like old sweats and like old shoes, old sneakers, old jeans, or maybe cleats to play in. Yeah.
The one reason you keep those pair of jeans in your drawer that you don't really wear anymore is for 2 things: painting and turkey bowls. And this is the thing you get to play, whether it be with your old high school buddies, all returns home, or whether you're playing with your parents. The turkey bowl is a sacred tradition in American households, and I love the turkey bowl. It might be it's close to the top of my favorite things about Thanksgiving. It's like food 1, turkey bowl number 2. And it's a great way to burn off the calories of what you eat.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Number 2, AD. Number 2, turkey. Just the food. Huh? Now this is it only beats
above
the
country. Above
the country. Yes. Yeah. Not the country. This is now the food. Turkey is just delicious. White meat, dark meat. Give me the dark meat, but I'll eat either. Turkey is delicious.
You know what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I mean, if you got anything?
No. Go ahead. Number 1.
Okay. Well, there we go. Number 1, a turkey in bowling. Huh? How about that? Because you know why?
Very rare. Very rare.
And that's why it's my number 1. There's no better feeling in this world than when you bowl a turkey.
Elusive.
Because not only is it like, oh my gosh, I just bowled 3 strikes in a row in bowling, which is not easy to do. You can look to the crowd and say, who do you think you are? I am. You can celebrate all you want. But then on top of that, as you're walking back, making your, like a guy in an action movie walking away from an explosion, as you're walking back, up on the screen above you, you've got the
graphics.
Is a cartoon of a turkey gobbling away and
doing something.
There's no better feeling than the turkey in bowling. So those right there, my top 5 turkeys.
I love it.
Of all time.
I love it. Good list. Very good list.
Thank you. All right, AD, let's you want to get to some ugly?
Yeah, let's get to some ugly. I will say one of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving is the turkey sandwiches the day after.
Oh,
Some
man.
mayo, turkey, lettuce.
I should have done.
Nice,
You know
nice piece
what?
of lettuce.
I should have slotted leftover turkey in my power rankings above turkey the country.
Next year. There's always next year. There's always next
no
year.
No offense to all of our listeners from Turkey. We know there's a lot of you.
I'm sure they understand. Yeah. So my ugly of the week. Let me pull up this video here. It was a play from last night. It was a play from last night's game, and obviously the Steelers lost a heartbreaker at the end. A lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to be a part of as a fan. But this is something that I had a hard time explaining, and I'm just going to play the video here. It's Cam Hayward after he made a tackle on Justin Herbert. There was a motion that he made, like it was like a very strange exchange here. So like I don't know, it happened pretty quickly. So number 5 comes in and tries to pull Hayward off of Justin Herbert. Then like he kind of gets pushed back into Justin Herbert, kind of leans into it. Like,
yeah. So he's clearly helping out his teammate.
And then he like,
is that
he gives that extra? He gives that extra little like pound, like as if he's not like on national television. Like, let's say right there, like it was it in the nuts? It might have been.
It's close. Check? If it's not in the nuts, it's close to the nuts. So for those watching or for those listening on the podcast, it's from Sunday night's game. Cam Mitchell makes a tackle and they're slow to get up, kind of hovering over.
I think this was right after Herbert just had a really long run too. It was like a 40, 50-yard run. And
so Justin Herbert, he's kind of like hanging over top of him. Herbert's like crouched over, and one of his wide receivers runs over to help get Cam Mitchell off Justin Herbert. And Cam Mitchell kind of pushes him away. And then as he gets him up, Justin Herbert flips on his back, and Cam Mitchell just falls right back on top of him.
It's a very strange reaction. And Hayward, obviously came out and said he didn't mean anything bad by it, but he was frustrated because he chased down Justin Herbert. Like he probably ran like 60 yards in that play after being, exhausted. He's literally the only defender that the Steelers have that is capable of making a play like this. And I mean, it cost him 15 yards. Like, I mean, it was just so stupid. Like this guy's obviously Hayward is
not a full 15, half the distance to the goal.
True. So I guess
so I mean, if you're gonna commit a personal foul penalty,
that's the time to do it. That is the time to do it. Yes. Yeah. But Cam Hayward is a leader on the team. A huge voice in the locker room. He's been on the Steelers for a long time now, and just I understand if you're frustrated, but like you gotta control yourself. I don't know. It was a very strange and it was an ugly interaction. And the only thing uglier than that. And I mean, that's hard to get uglier than that. But yeah. It happened before the game, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, AD, don't do it. You don't look. You've been through a rough weekend. You don't need to do this to yourself. I have to
relive it one more time.
AD, don't do this to yourself, man. Don't do this to yourself.
The people they need to see it.
AD, massive Steelers honk, has been through the ringer over the last few weeks. We're not sure if
season ticket holder too, and
there you go. There's at Corkbats2 on Instagram. So
here's our Instagram
to a follow.
This was Juju. Now he's out for the season. Remember that. Keep that in mind. This was his pregame, I guess, was making this video for the general public.
Look, this is. You know what this is? You know what this feels like? This feels like watching someone you love relapse. Okay, maybe not as serious, but like it's the next level down. The next level down. It's like, oh my gosh, I thought we've been over this. I thought we'd moved past this. I thought we've grown up. But here Jackson Mahomes Sr. is out there still doing more TikToks.
He can't help himself. He really can't. And
now, do you think it's because this is a stadium he has yet to dance on yet? Like, do you think he's
yes, and
it's
it's his first time there. Yeah, it's his
it's
first time
like
there.
an
So
Albert Pujols homering in every stadium in baseball type
he
thing?
has to dance in it. He has to.
Right.
But you can tell he's almost like embarrassed that he made the video. Like
He's trying to hide it. And this is
like
look, this is what happens. You try and sneak it. If you've got an addiction,
oh my
you
gosh, you're right. Yeah,
you try and
he's like
sneak it when nobody's
he
watching.
thought no one was watching except he posted it to his social media. So it's like, come on,
Right.
man. Like you gotta.
Yeah, by that point, no, yeah, he's addicted. What he's addicted to is the entire act of the TikTok. It's both the choreography, it's the execution, and then it's the pressing send. Like it's all three phases of the TikTok that he is just absolutely addicted to. And so, and look, now I hope he got the dopamine rush he was looking for, because
Juju, if you're listening out there, the first step is admitting you have a problem.
the first step is, and I thought we'd already crossed that step, because
I thought it was addressed publicly last year.
Right. He said he was not going to do it anymore. And now here it is, new season.
Well, maybe he felt like he had an exception because he's injured. He's out for the year. Like, he's like, come on, guys, give me a break. It's just a one-time thing. I'm out for the season. Like, I got to have some fun, right? Like,
you think that, yeah, you think like, and look, last year, it's like they started off, 11-0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Thanks for the
TikToks,
reminder.
maybe they make the TikToks make a little more sense when you start 11-0, but when
they do. Yes.
What's the Steelers record right now?
5-5-1.
Oh, that's right. 5-5-1. So
yeah.
And the one is just Juju dancing.
Yes. Yeah. Or sorry, 5-4-1. Sorry.
5-4-1. Okay, there you go. There you go.
I gave us a loss that we didn't have.
So you're in the hunt graphic right now.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. So look, it's a bad luck, Juju. That's just tough all the way around. Oh,
I know. Poor Juju. I don't feel bad, but he deserves every bit of criticism.
All right. I've got.
What's your ugly of the week?
My ugly of the week. AD, you've seen The Sopranos, correct?
I have, yes.
Your thoughts on the TV show?
I really enjoyed the TV show. Everyone hates the ending, but obviously, I don't think it's tough to end a show with a good ending. And I think there's very few shows out there that actually have done a good job of that. Sopranos being, I think, one of them, did a good job of that. And I'll throw Breaking Bad in there too. I liked that ending because there was, obviously there wasn't any closure with the Sopranos, but that's exactly what you needed as an audience. Like you need to like let your imagination run a little bit. Did I like the new Sopranos movie, like prequel thing? I couldn't even finish it. I couldn't even get through it.
Oh, really? Oh, it wasn't good?
I didn't like it. No.
Okay.
But maybe I should give it another chance. But why were you asking about
the reason I bring up The Sopranos? Because I'll be honest, I've never seen the show, but I know enough about the show. Like I've seen episodes here and there. I've just never sat down and watched it front to end. I'm very familiar with the show, the different characters within the show. The ending, of course, is one of the most iconic endings in television history. AD, there was an article I found this week from a writer from ScreenRant.com.
Oh boy.
It's the title of the article is 9 Things About Tony That Have Aged Poorly. And the article states that the best mobster on TV is also the worst role model that one could ever have. And there are many things about Tony Soprano that haven't aged well.
Oh my goodness.
AD.
This is like cancel culture, like to the max, like, right? Like this is like, we're trying to cancel a show that's a show, right? Like
right.
it's a TV show. Like, are we forgetting this?
Yes. And it's a TV show about a mobster.
About a
About
mobster, someone who's inherently bad,
about a crime boss.
crime
Literally,
family.
crime is in his title, in his work title. Crime is in his title. And it's not crime stopper, it's crime boss. All right. This paragraph, the second paragraph in the article, there are clearly many problematic aspects of his personality that serve as major red flags. Even though some of his troublesome actions have made for iconic episodes and even funny moments, they expose serious notions of toxic masculinity that shouldn't be emulated by anyone. So even though Tony is a legendary character, he is far from a good person.
This makes me sick hearing this. Yeah, this makes me sick hearing this.
Yeah, he is far from a good person. In fact, I'm surprised they capped this article at 9 reasons. This could have been like a BuzzFeed listicle with like 120 reasons minimum. It is so they literally go on to list off multiple reasons why Tony Soprano, a guy who lives in New Jersey, is in the mafia, why he is problematic.
He's in the sanitation business, right?
Yeah, like for real. Like it's
oh my gosh, yeah. Like I mean, you could literally name every episode in the show and say why he is a bad role model.
For those listening on the podcast right now, there's literally number 2 is listed as his bad temper. And there's literally a shot of him, a picture of him firing a gun at someone.
Wow. Yeah.
Like this literally could have been a picture book article. They didn't need to write anything. Like we know like Tony Soprano is problematic. That to me, look, you know what? This to me is a writer who was on deadline. In fact, I actually have respect for this writer. You know what? I'm pivoting. I respect this writer because this writer clearly was on deadline, needed an idea, needed a topic, and pitched the idea to his or her editor, and was probably watching Sopranos in the background and thought, you know what, this guy's problematic. I'll get cancel culture to cancel Tony Soprano. and look, now here they are. It's where the first step is here. 9 things that about Tony that have aged poorly.
What is too far? Is anything safe? I don't think so. This proves it.
Well, you know what, AD, it got me thinking about other TV characters that are problematic. And you know what, AD, I might just say it, dude. I'm starting to think that Walter White, he's pretty problematic, dude. I mean, think about it. Sells drugs, kills people.
He's, he may have, or I guess it was, but it's
not even that good of a science teacher if you think about it. What about King Joffrey? Pretty problematic, dude. Pretty problematic.
Killed people, the whole gambit. Yeah.
Ben Linus from Lost. Dude, I'll even say Mr. Burns from Simpsons. Pretty problematic.
Or Peter from Family Guy, while we're at it.
Dude, Peter shows a lot of racism, is disrespectful to his daughter, is, a lot of times is very, is just mean to his wife. He's sexist a lot of times. Drinks way too much. What about the little boys from South Park, AD? I'm starting to think they might be problematic too.
Or the entire cast of Always Sunny.
People are saying. So to ScreenRant, if you need ideas for another article,
hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. Hit up Ed Clark Bats. That's if we don't write it first.
Yeah. Right.
9 things about Tony that have aged poorly. I think we could do another listicle for like 9 reasons why this writer missed the point of the show. All right, let's get to our 3 for 3.
All right. Again, we fell short. You were close. You had 2 out of 3. I mean, we were just so damn close. One of these weeks, we are going to get it. I promise. Everyone out there listening. So if we get all 3 of our picks right, we get 3 minutes uninterrupted.
That's right.
About whatever you want. Anything
whatever you want to
all.
talk about.
Anything. And so far this year, we have not accomplished that. So there have been 0 minutes of uninterrupted.
You don't have to. You don't have to point that out every time, AD.
Okay,
You know that, right?
But one of these weeks, maybe we'll get it. Finally, we're running out of time though, so we gotta hurry.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm gonna give everyone a Thanksgiving 3-pack special. There's 3 games on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna hit them with my 3-pack. Bears. This is an obvious one. I feel stupid even saying it, but Bears -3.5 versus the Lions. Because
okay.
I don't know if you know this, but the quarterback that the Lions started had more interceptions than touchdowns in college. So imagine that he is a starting quarterback in the NFL, and he had more interceptions than touchdowns in college. I'm also going to take the Raiders +7 versus the Cowboys. And then the Bills. I think they're going to have a bounce back week. You know, they looked pretty bad against the Colts. Bills -4.5 versus Saints. What do you have for us?
All right.
This week, Austin?
I like your Chicago Detroit pick. Mainly because I know you're gonna be wrong because I'm picking the other side. Give me Detroit -3.5.
You want Tim Boyle
over Chicago?
Take Tim Boyle. Yeah, you can have him.
Better than
I'll
Jared
take
Goff.
Or Andy Dalton. I'll take Andy Dalton all day. QB1. That's my guy.
Look, I like Andy Dalton, and I've actually one of the few Chicagoans, which I can call myself that now. I'm one of the few Chicagoans that actually believes that Andy Dalton probably should have started all year. There's more in that tank of that Andy Dalton tank. Mm-hmm. He just needs the freaking support and the. Now, look, I think Justin Fields is going to be great, and I think he is the future for the Bears. But the rest of the Bears are not there yet. The rest of the Bears are not to Justin Field level. So I'm a firm believer that let Andy Dalton start now when the rest of the roster kind of sucks. And then get Justin Fields in there after a year of learning under, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Learning, they say the biggest leap for a player is from the rookie year to their sophomore year. True. Let Justin Fields learn, grow in that time and get better. But now he's injured and Andy Dalton will be playing on Thursday. This is what I think. I think Detroit not only covers the 3.5 points. I think
You're thinking
win.
outright.
I think they win outright, and I think
first win of the year.
Matt Nagy gets fired before Sunday.
Okay, I like that. I like that prediction. I hope that comes true more than my -3.5 Bears.
Really?
Pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. I'll take you being on my side. Give me the Falcons -1 over the Jaguars. Falcons are bad. Jaguars are terrible.
Both battle. That's like the battle of the bastards. There. That's a bad game.
Yeah, unless they're playing. Yeah, I know. And the only reason that's why you picked the bad game, so it gives you reason to watch.
True. Yeah, like you need some put some money on it or something.
Right. So yeah, sorry, Jaguars. Josh Allen's not walking through that door. Okay. The other Josh Allen. Your Josh Allen.
The other Josh. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Carolina -1 over the Dolphins. I've got Cam is back. I know you hate Cam Newton.
You're a big believer in Cam.
I'm not a big believer in Cam.
Although you bet against him last week.
This new iteration of Cam looks a lot slower than what the Cam I remember. But he's still I think he can get the job done against bad teams.
He can still play.
Dolphins are a bad team. Right. Mm-hmm. So I think if they were playing anyone but the Washington football team on Sunday, well, not anyone. I think if they were playing a bad team on Sunday, I think they would have won. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Is that good analysis? Yeah. I think if the Panthers were playing a bad team, they would have won.
They would have won. Okay.
How's that for freaking 3-for-3 analysis?
Very, very analytical here at Cork Bats.
Ed Bella Mitlow says, "I love that room you're in." There you go.
And it is her room. So
and that's the woman. That's the woman you named earlier in the show.
I named her earlier. Yes, I did.
All right, AD. You want to get to? You want to get some Frank fact?
Yeah, let's get to the Frank fact. Frank's our friend that used to write for Corked Bats. And now every week he sends Austin. It's like an automatic like fact machine. Like you know, fax machines. Frank is a fact machine. He will hit you with a fact every week, and that's what he does with us. And we basically just marvel in it and enjoy Frank's knowledge, really, because Frank knows a lot, and he tells us everything he knows in fact form. So
that's true. That is true. All right. So this week's thank you for that, AD. This week's Frank fact. You ready for this? Your right ear is better at hearing human speech than your left. So if you're having trouble understanding someone, lean in with your right ear.
Huh.
How about that? Huh? Your right ear is better at hearing human speech than your left. So if you are having trouble understanding someone, lean in with your right ear.
Sort of makes me feel bad about the left ear. Like what happened?
You know,
like
and
what,
honestly,
where,
like
what went wrong? You know, where did it go?
Right.
And
Well,
it's
what do they
amazing
say?
to me that
the left side of your brain is the creative side of your brain. And so, like, is that why? Like, the right side is like your more analytical side, and so, like, if someone's speaking into your right side, maybe it's got shorter distance to travel. You know,
it's processing quicker.
Right. Whereas if it goes left, it's got to travel all the way around to your.
It's like it's got a lot longer to travel actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a shame because I really like my left ear, but now I'm gonna think differently about it.
Look, I don't want to. Well, it's not like my left ear will be able to understand this anyway. But I'm starting to think a lot less about my left ear than I did before going into this episode. You know?
Yeah, that is a fun Frank fact.
That is.
I'm going to share that one at the Thanksgiving table tonight.
Right. Well, make sure you share it into people's right ears.
I'll be like, here, come here real quick. No, other side.
Yeah. No, I want you to understand me, dude.
Yeah. I'm speaking into your good ear.
Yeah. Which, like, also, I had a friend in high school who was partially deaf in his right ear, which.
Oh, so he couldn't understand anything then.
It was very hard. You had to speak into his left ear. All right. Which, so like he was having trouble understanding, left ear, but it was one of those things. So we had a test in Spanish one day and I did not study for it at all.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
And Spanish was tough for me. I struggled with Spanish. Look, I struggle.
Well, because you didn't study.
I struggle with the English language. So you can imagine how much I struggle with the second language. So he's sitting to my left. And this was before I knew about his deafness in his right ear.
Oh, jeez.
And so I'm like, Jordan. I should have probably changed his name to protect the innocent, but I did not. And I was like, Jordan. And like he couldn't hear me. And I was like, so like I'd like lean over, be like, Jordan, what's for or whatever. And I look up, my teacher's looking right at me.
She heard you.
Yeah, she's just like
her right ear was facing your
yeah. My teacher's literally like, Austin, like, are you serious right now? Like, dude, you're being loud. And I'm like, well, it's not my fault he's deaf. I could have very discreetly cheated without him.
You wouldn't have gotten caught.
I wouldn't have gotten caught, but his damn deaf right ear, which has trouble hearing anyway. But yeah, so that was tough. All right. AD, let's go ahead and get out of here. What do you say?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thank you everyone who tunes in and listens. We appreciate it. Go to our YouTube page and hit subscribe. We really appreciate it.
We would be very thankful if you did.
That's right. Thank you. Very nice. We're trying to get to 1,000 before 2021. We got some new videos coming. Working on a couple of different videos right now. We're working on those. It's just been a very crazy time. My baby's coming here.
Baby's on the way.
Baby's on the way.
I got married. It's been a crazy time.
AD got married. It's crazy, but the craziness is starting to settle down. AD's post-wedding time starting to settle down. My post-baby time will be settling down soon, but Subscribe now so that way you are there when the videos drop.
On the ground floor, so to speak.
In on the ground floor. We try to get to that 1,000. Just help
before
us
we hit the 1,000. Yeah, before we hit the 1,000.
Help us get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
You could tell people that you were a subscriber before the 1,000 mark.
There you go. There, yeah. I was there before they had 1,000 subscribers, right?
Those guys? Yeah, I'm a day one.
Dude, that's badass. All right. Also follow CorkBats2 on Instagram. Trying to get that number back up. Dana White sucks. He destroyed our first account, and it just sucks.
We're climbing though. We're on the way up.
We had a lot more followers, and then he got our account suspended or deactivated, I should say. And now we had to start over with CorkBats 2, the sequel that nobody asked for, but you got anyway. AD, you got anything for the road?
I'm down south right now, and it's important, especially here. Don't forget to water those plants. I know it is getting cold, so if you have any plants outside that you might want to bring inside so they don't die over the winter, just take care of them.
Yeah, no, that's important. That's important as always. I don't know where we'd be without AD. All right, well, come Thursday, it's turkey time.
It's turkey. Hey, that's trademarked. Be careful.
Sorry. Wow, I didn't realize you were that far along in the process of starting.
I did it while we were on the show.
Oh, okay, so nice. All right. How do I end this thing? What's the word I say? What is it?
It's exactly how we started, and we talk about this sometimes. Ahoy!
Oh, that's right. Ahoy!